I once hated English. It is because my father who had left me for years to work abroad when I was very young. When the news came, everyone in my big family jumping up and down for joy, saying he will make a lot of money and ensure that we all live prosperously. While I'm crying because what I need at that time is not an expensive year bag, but he read me fairy tales every night. So I went. I asked him to stay, but he answered, if you want me to stay with you, you have to follow me abroad. Study hard, and the first thing you need to do is learn English. And because at that time I was the clueless little kid who was still full of anger, instead of providing motivation or new spirit to study harder, that word sounded like the name of a monster. But right now, I'm standing here delivering my speech for an English competition. And I didn't even think twice when Miss Sari and Miss Fena, my beloved teachers, offered me to compete here. I was like, yeah, of course I like to. It's English competition, why not? But what is the reason? Why suddenly the hat disappears? Of course, it's not because my dad suddenly come back, hug me tightly and say, you were right. English is the monster and the country I visit is their nest, right? Then, what is the reason? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nida Illiyyin. I'm from Excellent Islamic High School of Kiai Haji Abdul Wahab Hasbulloh, and today I would like to deliver my speech. So the clueless little kid, which is me, started to grow up. At the age of 10, if I hadn't mistaken, I started to get interested in many things, and one of them is reading books. At that time, I read the Indonesian translation of a book under title The Petit Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, and I started to obsess with books by foreign authors. But it turned out that many of the books I wanted to read had not been translated into Indonesian, which is meant I have to learn English first, right? And I don't want to learn English. I hate English. So I decided to change my hobby into listening to music. But unfortunately, I was attracted to a band called Guns N' Roses where all of their songs are in English, still filled with hatred. I changed my hobby again. This time, my new hobby is playing computer games. But again and again, they were all in English. Even when I go on YouTube to watch my favorite cartoons, they all speak English, the characters. Why does moving pictures also speak English, me thinks? What world I'm living in actually? But then I started to realize that without English, all of the things that I love, all my hobbies will never reach my ears. This recoil of the histories of Troy, a French courtly romance book risen in popularity after being translated into English by William Caxton. And because it was also the first book printed in English, it also became the beginning of the globalization of the literacy world. Many writers began to flock to translate their works, their books into English so that their books could be recognized internationally. Their audience, the same thing also happens to music, film, and art industry. Music is a universal language, but English has become the lingua franca of the global music industry. The English-speaking musicians have left indelible mark in the world. The prevalence of English allows artists from different backgrounds to reach a broader audience, facilitating a cultural exchange that enrich the global music scene. That's why there's a lot of foreign musicians start to compose their songs in English in order to making their names to be known all over the world. For example, Niki Zevanya, a singer from our beloved country, Indonesia, who has recently gone viral because of her songs called Lala Lost You, High School in Jakarta, Loki, and others. Another example, if I ask anyone who is the biggest K-pop girl group right now, they will definitely answer either Blackpink or New Jeans. And what makes those two groups so popular internationally? Aside from their catchy music and stunning visuals, the fact that almost all the members of both groups are fluent in English, helping the communication between the members and fans easier, thus creating harmonious branding that could attract more fans. In conclusion, the role of English in the creative industry cannot be overstated. It has become a crucial tool for cultural exchange and understanding across different art forms. Whether through the lyrics of a music, the dialogue of a film, the narrative of a novel, or the description of a painting, English continue to enrich the global artistic landscape. Its influence extends beyond mere communication, shaping how art is made, appreciated, and interpreted around the world. So, if any of you or your friends or your relatives or your family still clueless little kid like me a few years ago, please share this video to them. I'm 100% sure they will immediately realize how important English as the key of the global creativity. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all for my speech today. I hope you've all learned something new and enjoyed it. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.